It's been a few days, and the dust has started to settle on the new Xenoblade X Definitive Edition info. So I thought it would be a good idea to make another video talking about all of the new details that I missed. Before we start, I just want to say that if you'd like to stay up to date on all things Xenoblade, then please subscribe. A majority of my viewers aren't subscribed, and doing so is completely free. It helps me make more content like this, and lets me know that you like what I'm doing. So, in advance, thank you. At the top of my list, I'd like to bring up the elephant in the room. I missed some stuff in the previous video. I definitely rushed the last one a little bit, and I didn't obsessively analyze everything like I usually do. That's not typical of my content, so I apologize. Hopefully this video makes up for that. It won't happen again. So without further ado, let's get into it. The green bar under the arts palette is a new mechanic. It might be called something different in English, but on the Japanese website it's called Quick Recast. It doesn't exactly explain how it functions, but it does say that it shortens the time to wait for arts. So maybe when you fill it up, you'll be able to cut the remaining cooldowns of your arts by a percentage, or maybe select an art to fully charge up. I don't know. We'll have to see it in action. In some of the gameplay footage on the website, we can see some discrepancies in how many segments the gauge has, so it looks like you'll be able to increase the size somehow. In some clips, the gauge isn't even there, so this is a little confusing. I don't think that it's something you need to unlock either, because this level 12 clip has the gauge, and the clips that don't are leveled well beyond that. The orange bar was actually already in the original game, and I completely forgot about it. It's the morale gauge, basically the same thing as tension in Xenoblade 1. All they've done is move it down to the bottom and made it much bigger than it used to be. I suggested that there may have been a toggle for the overdrive guide, but I entirely missed the close button that's right there. I think I might have gone blind in this exact spot on my eyeballs because I genuinely do not know how I didn't see this button. The follow ball has also been updated to show the locations of items. Thank God. Tatsu is now much more useful, and Xenoblade X is much less of a wiki game. If you were around in 2015, 2016, you know that to play Xenoblade 1 and Xenoblade X in their original forms, you basically had to be sitting side by side with the wiki open to know exactly where everything was and how many of them you needed. It was really a pain, and both of these definitive editions have significantly cut down on that, and I am super appreciative of it. There were a couple of face paint options that I missed, like this KOS-MOS visor and Nia face markings. The male hairstyles also have hair remarkably similar to Tyon's and Ryan's as well. Moving on to the new masked character, I pointed out in the last video that they have a Blade logo on their chest. What I failed to mention is that this logo is unlike any Blade logo we've ever seen. As far as I can tell, it's brand new, although I could be wrong. I just don't ever remember seeing this. This may indicate that this person is pretending to be in Blade, or maybe they're even in a new division. The Skell that they pilot is known as Hraesvelgr. If you've played Final Fantasy XIV, then this name is probably familiar to you. This is an Old Norse name that translates to corpse swallower or shipwreck current. In mythology, Hraesvelgr was a Jotun, more commonly known as a frost giant, and he's a massive eagle. This is likely referencing the fact that the Skell has incredible mobility in the air. Similar to other content in this trailer, this Skell is an unused design from the original game being repurposed. Speaking of unused content, the ghosts are finally making another appearance. In the original game, they only appear in the opening cutscene, being the other faction at war with the Ganglion, but in this section at the end of the trailer, we see them again. It's great that they're going to have an actual role moving forward, because quite honestly, it was super weird only encountering Ganglion the entire game, considering the ghosts' role in the lore. I just love the designs of these things, and I really hope they're challenging to fight. They just look so ominous. In this same scene, we have a look at the Skell that I previously said was new. It is technically not new, and I was just focusing on the Ouroboros-looking parts of it. This is actually the tandem Skell that Elma and her unnamed partner used before the white whale crashed. Now, yes, this is the same Skell, however, these Ouroboros-looking parts are new. They don't appear at all on the old version. People have been quick to point out that the Ouroboros design motif was around long before Xenoblade 3 and is even present on the ghosts, so it doesn't mean that there's a connection. My counter to this is yes, it doesn't mean that there is, but this is a deliberate design choice made in a post-Xenoblade 3 world, so the possibility is there. The song that's playing over these scenes is new as well. Take a listen.
People still need me. Humanity still needs me.
That Skell!
You're still alive?
This Skell was always leading the way, guiding us where we're needed.
The Japanese site explains that the expanded story is to take place on the floating continent. Whether this is an area partitioned off from the rest of Mira or one that you can access whenever is up in the air. I lean towards the idea that after the original final boss, some things will happen to open the area up, but that's just conjecture. The site also has a grayed out tab teasing information for the story expansion, so rest assured that we will be getting more info before launch. Oh, and if you're on the fence about getting the game when it comes out, worry no further. Nintendo's got you covered. They have shown off the in-game pre-order bonus. If you pre-order the game on the Nintendo eShop or get a launch copy of the game, you'll get a free Advanced Storm Assault Rifle, Advanced Iron Knife, the Survival Augment series, 11 augments, and 100,000 credits. Pretty underwhelming to be honest, but it's better than nothing. It's actually technically more than you got if you had a Xenoblade 2 save file when the original Definitive Edition came out. With that bonus, you only got some money. This is a nice little bump for the fans that want to optimally speedrun to the new content as quickly as possible. From January 30th to March 20th, Xenoblade icons will be available again in the Switch Platinum Point Shop. It's entirely reasonable to suspect that we'll be seeing new icons as well, so conserve your coins until then if you want them. And that's everything for now. Again, if you liked the video, be sure to leave a like, drop a comment. Sorry that this video even needed to be made, by the way. The first video should have had all the information, and moving forward, I'm going to make sure that something like that never happens again. I really want my content to be comprehensive and detail-oriented, so really sorry about that. Before we go, I just want to give a shout out to my legendary Blade members to play in Polygloom, and my rare Blade member, Afloat Sign. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate the support. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.